When flames devour my homeland and the great spirits fall silent, then I shall become a force fiercer than the flames themselves. In Avatar, the fire and ash, amid the roar of erupting volcanoes and ash-filled skies, Varang, the chiefess of the Ash People, makes her dramatic entrance with a piercing, unyielding gaze.
This is the only pure thing in this world.
Unlike any traditional Na'vi, she boasts ashen grey skin, striking black eyeliner, and blood-red head ornaments, resembling nothing less than vengeance incarnate risen from volcanic ash. While audiences hold their breath for the fate of Jake Sully and his family, this brand new antagonist steals the spotlight with her magnetic allure, emerging as the film's most controversial, yet utterly fascinating character. What traumatic experiences scarred her childhood, leading her to join the Ash People? How did the young Varang climb her way to the position of chiefess step by step? What hidden meanings lie behind the marks and scars that cover her body? And does her entanglement with the human Quaritch undermine the integrity of her character? Today, we're going to break down Varang, the most compelling villain in Avatar, the Fire and Ash. The name Varang translates to Daughter of the Ashes in the context of Pandora. She is the supreme leader and high priestess of the Ash People, a character who completely subverts the traditional image of the Na'vi.
Has no dominion here.
The actress portraying her, Una Chaplin, is the granddaughter of the comedy legend Charlie Chaplin. Previously known for her gentle and graceful on-screen persona, Una has pulled off a complete transformation with this role. The Ash People were originally the Frenzy Clan, a branch of the Na'vi who inhabited the scorching volcanic regions of Pandora. A devastating volcanic eruption devoured their homeland and claimed the lives of countless clansfolk. In their despair, they prayed to Iwa, the great spirit of Pandora, for protection, but received no response at all. The trauma of being forsaken by their deity plunged the entire clan into a desperate predicament of shattered faith. It was against this backdrop that Varang rose to become the clan's new leader. She led the survivors to rename their people the Ash People, a name embodying the motto, "Perish not in the ashes, but rise anew from them." This renaming was not merely a farewell to their past, but a solemn declaration of their new identity. Unlike most Na'vi, Varang has utterly abandoned her faith in Iwa, choosing instead to revere the power of fire.
This is the only pure thing in this world.
To her, fire is both a symbol of destruction and a beacon of rebirth. She once demanded, "Where was Iwa when our homeland was swallowed by the volcano? Where was Iwa when our children wept?" Such open defiance of the Great Spirit has branded her a heretic on the planet of Pandora.
Iwa.
Varang's overall design features a red and grey color palette, a direct nod to her identity as a wielder of fire. She has a slender, tall frame, ashen grey skin, thick black eyeliner around her eyes, and a streak of blood-red paint across her forehead. The stark contrast of these three colors, white, black, and red, creates an abstract aesthetic that is both tragic and ferocious. In battle, Varang demonstrates a psychic ability to manipulate minds with her braids, capable of inducing states of agony or frenzy in her targets. To embody the role, Una Chaplin underwent rigorous physical training, infusing the tension of flamenco dance into every combat move. As a result, each of Varang's turns exudes a raw, feral elegance. James Cameron revealed that Una beat out 3 well-known actresses in the audition, as her unique blend of sexual magnetism, dominance, and layered rage aligned perfectly with the character. Even beneath the digital makeup, the mania and vulnerability she conveyed through subtle micro-expressions left an indelible impression on audiences. The eye tattoo on her palm is part of her dark rituals, while the unique crest atop her head shaped like a Dilophosaurus signifies her status as chieftain. Its feathers dyed in the same red and black hues that define her clan. Her sparse hair is twisted into dreadlocks, adorned with animal claws, skulls, teeth, and bones. This aggressively menacing look stands in sharp contrast to the warm, nature-harmonizing style of the Omaticaya people. Every piece of her adornment carries symbolic weight. Her earrings are crafted from animal bones, leather, and wire. The leather chestplate serves as combat protection. Her arms are encircled by obsidian armbands, and her High Priestess necklace is strung with bones, teeth, and gemstones, the stone's shape echoing both the flames she reveres and the eye totem on her palm. Her battle robe is woven from beast feathers, and its collar is fashioned from linked vertebrae. A closer look reveals a pattern of scars lining her chest and abdomen, plus a V-shaped marking stretching from her brow bone to the tip of her nose. These are deliberate piercings and lacerations, rituals of the Ash people that symbolize the violent past that warped their collective psyche. They practice self-torture as a way of life, taking pride in their capacity to endure pain, and in turn, inflicting that same pain and terror on other Na'vi clans. Slung across her back are 2 crystal scimitars, which she uses both in battle. They can cleave straight through a Na'vi skull, and in ceremonial dances to rally her tribe's spirits. She also carries a barbed obsidian dagger forged from volcanic bedrock, a core sacred implement of the Frenzy clan's cauldron rituals. The dagger's serrated edges are carved with viperwolf teeth, and the barbs at its tip are designed to tear flesh and hook organs in close-quarters combat. Unlike other Na'vi tribes, the Ash people never use scabbards. They strap their blades directly to their belts, indifferent to the risk of self-injury. Her exclusive battle braces, made from the hide of a Thanator, are a symbol of chieftaincy. Ordinary warriors are forbidden to wear them. The hollow spiral tube she uses to hold potions is made of metal, a direct violation of the Na'vi taboo against using this material. Varang's tragedy began when she witnessed a catastrophic volcanic eruption in her childhood. The disaster devoured her homeland and claimed the life of her mother, who was the clan's chiefess at the time. Yet her desperate prayers to Awa went unanswered, a traumatic experience that completely shattered her faith and reshaped her worldview. At the tender age of 15, Varang made a ruthless decision. She poisoned her father, the newly appointed chiefess, whom she dismissed as weak and incompetent, and supplanted her elder sister, the rightful heir, to seize leadership of the Ash people. This act laid bare her unflinching cruelty and planted the seeds of her subsequent extreme actions. After ascending to power, Varang forged a radical new survival philosophy for her people. They harnessed volcanic geothermal heat to forge obsidian weapons, tamed fire-breathing banshees, and even mastered the art of manipulating lava flows as a tactical advantage. This doctrine of confronting nature rather than coexisting with it stood in stark contrast to the ways of all other Na'vi clans. During ceremonial rituals, Varang employed a mysterious powder to induce a state of frenzy in her clansfolk, boosting their combat prowess. This substance became one of her key tools for controlling the tribe, further shrouding her role as High Priestess in an air of mystique. Varang's alliance with Colonel Quaritch, the human villain, stands as one of the most tension-fueled plotlines in Avatar, The Fire and Ash. Initially, the two clashed fiercely on the battlefield, with Varang coming perilously close to killing Quaritch's avatar form. But when Quaritch unleashed a towering wall of flame with his flamethrower, Varang was utterly transfixed. She stroked the barrel of the weapon without hesitation, demanding that Quaritch teach her to wield it. Once she mastered its use, Varang burst into a triumphant laugh. "With these, I will become the Queen of Pandora." In that moment, she saw a shortcut to her clan's rise to dominance. For his part, Quaritch needed the support of a local power. United by mutual self-interest, the two forged an alliance in record time. A bold erotic scene in the film hints at a complex emotional entanglement between them that transcends mere expediency, yet Varang remained steadfastly clear-eyed. She was not driven by romance. Her sole purpose for the collaboration was to strengthen her clan. When a human general dismissed the Ash people with contempt, she snarled at her tribesmen, "Stand tall." This moment laid bare her quiet vulnerability and fierce pride. Even as she had been reduced to a mere enforcer, she refused to let her clan's dignity be trampled on. In the climactic battle of Avatar, The Fire and Ash, Varang led the Ash people in a ferocious assault against Jake Sully's forces. Despite wielding devastating fire-based weapons and unmatched combat skills, the Ash people's fiery offensive was ultimately overwhelmed by the combined might of the Forest Na'vi, Reef Na'vi, and Tulkun. Her defeat epitomizes her tragic fate. Abandoned by the Great Spirit, she embraced hatred, only to be consumed by it, and plunged into deeper isolation. Following her loss, Varang vanished without a trace, neither killed nor redeemed, leaving a tantalizing cliffhanger for future installments in the franchise. That concludes the story of Varang. What else would you like to explore about Avatar, the Fire, and Ash? Feel free to subscribe to our channel and leave a comment. See you next time.